And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. Oh my God. Now we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Let's make sure the audio is working. Looks like it. Do a little late night stream today. It's day 3 of the 30-day Idea-to-Mainnet Maximus challenge. Made a lot of progress the last 2 days on getting just the foundation of the contract up and running. We've already done the minting, we've done redemption, and we've integrated the Hedron contracts. So today we're gonna just kind of go through and test what we've built so far and continue on some of the framework for managing the HSI stake treasury. So hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe if you haven't. We just crossed 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's exciting. So thank you all for tuning in. See what's going on in chat. CL says, very cool and strong. You guys are building together the Trinity, Hex, Hedron, Maximus. Yeah. I mean, that's like the benefit of being in an area that is centered around permissionless, trustless smart contracts, is that you just build. You don't have to ask for approval. You can just do it. And so it's a lot of really good symbiosis across, especially with Hedron and Maximus. Mark Simplicity says, what's up, Drip? What's up, dude? So let's pull up the screen here. Here, let's move this one. The dedication is beyond words. Thank you. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's not like it's hard. It's not like I'm dreading doing this. I get a lot of satisfaction out of it, so that isn't the hard part. The hard part sometimes is just getting it done. Especially when it gets because there's certain parts of it that are just certain parts of the process that are tremendously tedious, and where you're just I don't want to do this today. But doing this on live stream definitely helps push through. And we're solving big problems here and creating really, really good experiences for people. So it's worth it. So let's take a look at the numbers. It's pretty funny. I don't like looking at Deck Screener just because when the liquidity pools were set up, they're all backwards. So you have to invert them and then do price and hex. And so, why is this working? What? Let me share my screen. Swizzle Sticks in the chat. Welcome back. What? That's weird. Sewell says, what we making tonight? So what we'll be working on is the part of the contract that just like manages the portfolio of HSI stinks. And I was going to pull this up, but we're having some problems here with the portfolio tracker. It's throwing an error that says base not in here. Where's base? Why isn't base up there? Let's see. In the get prices. Okay, let's see. That's so weird. Did something change? Oh, okay, here we go. Prices. I was in the middle of adding something to this, but then I didn't. So let's see. Prices, get prices 0. That's just weird that we don't have our base price in here. So here, let's do this. Okay, print deci hex. So 1. Did the base pair go away? That's so weird. So it looks like pair we were looking at. Let's see. So base hex base. Ah, looks like that liquidity pool went away. So why don't we just resort to this one? Okay, so so base was OXA32. So here, before we paste that, let's copy this one, and then let's look it up. Index screener. This one, no, it's still there. Okay. For pair and data pairs. That's so weird. It's not returning base. It's not getting, something's wrong with the base. Let's see, addresses. Okay, so addresses are OXA3. Here, let's see if we just search this one. What shows up? know is OXA32, so OXA3. That's weird, it's not showing up. Let's see if we do this. So weird. That's so weird because it's right there. Daniel says he's having the same issue too. Because it's right here. How is that failing to find it? That's so weird. Why can it not find that pair when we search as a group? But then when we do it like this, that's so weird. We can find it when we search it on its own. Pairs. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. Since that's just acting weird right now, we're gonna say if case not in hex per token, we're going to say URL okay, then we're going to say data is that okay. So we're going to say that pair equals data pairs 0, and we're just going to copy all this stuff. So E equals pair. Yep. Because we don't need to worry about team or maxi in this case. So here, let's copy this. Let's pair. All right, let's see if this works. Well, no, this is the, yeah, Ethereum. So this should be it. Let's see if this works. All right, there we go. We fixed it, you guys. Okay. So that is now fixed. So let's look at these prices. We've got team at 1.66 hex per team. Base is 1.01 hex per base. Trio is 1.05. Lucky is 1.06. Deci is 1.09. And Maxi is 2.17 hex. We have seen some early end staking. So far, 75,000 team has been burnt from the early end stake penalty. We saw this really big one here. Pretty active seller in team who early end staked and then sold. So we've got a nice little discount relative to mint rate on the team chart. And yeah, I mean, so we've seen this number come down from the early end stake penalties, because if 75 million or 75,000, 75,504 was the divided by 0.0369, that means that 2 million team has been early unstaked. So the stake rate has gone down by 2 million, so 2 over 71. So the payout per team staked has increased by 2%, 2.8% since the minting started. So that's pretty exciting. And literally, what we're seeing, we always bring up this. Always bring this thing up. What was it? Early end stake. It's like literally like almost textbook what we're seeing. We're seeing lack of urgency for staking, just because next year it's like a whole year away till the next stake deadline. And like this one, so this point where it's just stakers from last period or end staking selling team. So we don't have that yet because it's the first one, but this is that group you can replace with like the speculative minters, like the people that were like just like hop from thing to thing, just like trading. They, minted team and then we're looking for like a quick flip play. And so since the quick flip didn't happen in team, then they're just selling, giving a better price to the people that are going to stick it through. So that's kind of what we're seeing, is just like, minters who didn't stake or people are early end staking and selling team. And then as it's gone down, then perhaps people are just early end staking and then kind of panic selling. So that's pretty exciting to see it working, how it was built, where volatility in price causes team to be burnt. And so how much the total supply is that? 75,504 divided by, of the user minted team, so 90 million. So that's like almost 0.1% of the supply in just the first couple days. That's pretty exciting. So that 75,000 team burnt is just like a gift to all team stakers. So congratulations to you all. Let's see what's going on Twitter before we hop into this. So this is pretty exciting. Surely You Jested on Twitter. They said, first Python 3 quiz complete. I'm motivating myself to get into it after Tonto Nomani's post about it and using Anvil. Already got the year package. No time for games. Working on my future self is the way. Time I put everything I do into that perspective, not just through stakes. So that's pretty awesome that doing these live streams and just kind of showing people what that experience is, that we've inspired people to start learning new high value skills. That's one way that people in the Maximus economy can advance ourselves. Is what if we all just leveled up our skill set? Like, what if you're right? Like right now, like everyone in the chat, like what's your profession right now? Obviously some people are gonna have professions that they're already like, top of their game, but like, if you're just getting started, maybe you're just out of high school or doing something. There's always going to be demand for being someone that can go in and make something and like get something done, build a solution. Like there's always going to be jobs for people that can craft solutions. So, and using tools and using all the like latest technology to deliver even better solutions faster to more people. So learning how to create things online is a massively valuable skill that I'm really proud of this person for taking the initiative to do it. And just a couple minutes ago, they said, another one down. Breaker, keep going. I'm going to go keep going. That's so awesome. Because it's so easy to learn. I mean, even when you look at this, it's like here we are doing, getting these price feeds, and it's actually like very simple code. Like tokens is a list of app table.tokens.search. So we search our app table called tokens. We loop through the tokens and we get the addresses, and then we build this URL. We then make a request to the URL to pull in the price feeds. We loop through all the price feeds. We pull out the information we want, we save it in hex per token, we save the values, and then we just return that value, and then that's how everything shows up on the screen here. So it's actually like there's a level of like software engineering where you're doing like really advanced stuff, and that's outside the scope of what most people can like make use of. Like, from early on, if you're going to be going down that route of like the very advanced computer scientist or like the advanced engineer, it. Like, it's not just something you just like wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm going to do that. Like, if you like the people that are the best at that and the people that thrive in that setting, it's like they've known since they were children that that's the route that they were going to go on. But learning like practical skills with like how you can, learn some Python, and then now you can do your own job easier. Or, if you're starting your own business, or you want to build something, then you can just like take matters into your own hand. You don't have to hire people. You can be the one that's spending time iterating, because that's when all the magic happens, is when you're iterating. And so if you like always have to like outsource everything to someone who can build, and they're on the clock and they're just going to do the specifications, like you miss out on a lot of the magic. A lot of the magic happens just like when you have your idea, and while you're trying to figure out how to build it, just like the iteration that takes place during that process that's like where the magic happens. So being able to build things, especially like building your own ideas, is an awesome way to just put yourself in a good spot to seize opportunity. I'm not seeing a hex-based pair on PS, just PW. Yeah, I can search it, but then once I'll share the link. Hex-based. Yeah, it's on Ethereum. Yeah. So here, for some reason, it must have to do with the volume or something. I mean, yeah. The last trade on this pair was over a day ago. That's weird. The 4th. Still has liquidity. That's really odd. But it looks like it went up today. Blue with the fire. Rothko. GRC did a fit challenge, just do a code challenge. Yeah, that would be cool. I do want to teach. I mean, there already have been a couple of people that I've been helping get started on Anvil. people that are already Python developers who want to contribute. So that could be a good way, like a 30-day boot camp. But also, there's got to be people out there that are much more effective instructors on this than me. But also, I mean, it really just comes down to practice, and I think that's where something like a 30-day challenge, like just practice. Yo, what's up, dude? If you haven't seen it already, go to Crypto Slots page and watch the stream that we did earlier today. We talked about Poly Maximus, had an awesome discussion, and yeah, Sloth's an awesome dude. So go check out his channel. 100% on leg up of your peers at job know how to script. Yeah, I mean, if you're also just just when you start thinking like using like in those frameworks, you just become smarter. So it's just like you run circles around people. Plus, think you're a wizard. That's right. Poly, Maximus gang, what's up? All right. So why don't we get into it? Where is it? All right, so this is where we've left off, this process HSI function. And so what we need to do is we need to test it out. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, let's go to pulse chain testnet. Let's make sure we're on testnet. Okay, we're on Ethereum Fair. Maybe we can just do it on Ethereum Fair. Let's see what we've got on here. Ooh, look at that. What? Oh, that's cool. MetaMask has a portfolio site. Let's see if it works. All 4 networks. Let's see what networks. It doesn't even have. That's funny. Okay, well, looks like we must have some in here. So here, let's just pull this. Let's get the contract address so we can see how much hex we have. Mm-hmm. 80 hex is enough. So literally, we're going to do this on ETH Fair right now. ETH Fair is our testnet. Just because I have 80 hex on ETH Fair and I don't have enough hex on Pulse Chain. So why don't we go to posa.pro and launch the app, connect the wallet. Connect test maxi wallet. Okay, looks like we're connected. So we are going to make an HSI, create a stake. You don't need to do 80. We're going to do like 5 stake length, 5, stake type. Okay, let's just approve unlimited because we're going to be doing this over and over. Oh, I don't have enough ETH. Okay. So before we do that, let's get some ETH back. Okay. Went through. What? Why isn't it working? There we go. Okay, looks like the HSI went through. Okay, so did I stake twice? That's weird. Well, hopefully that. Let's see. Let's refresh. No. I just did once. Okay, so on that stake, let's see. So now we have our HSI. Let's just look to see what that looks like. So I think we need to tokenize it. Okay, so okay, so it's staked. Let's see if there's any type of logs or something we can look at and see what's going on. Okay, so that's the hex stake instance, but now we need it's its own HSI. So from that to this, so this must be the stake. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to do the injected provider. Let's make sure that we're connected here. Okay, so here, let's start exploring a little bit. Contract. Okay, so let's do HSI contract. Let's just see if this works. Okay, there we go. So that's the information that we need from the HSI. Okay. So looks like that's what we want. Okay, so let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend as if we won that HSI. Still sorting out some stuff on testnet for actual testing the auctions, but right now what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we won that HSI, and then we're going to run this function called process HSI, which is going to it's going to save it to the, just save a record of it and then update a schedule here. So let's see, this is stake data. So that should work because it's right there. So I think what we do now is we're going to tokenize it. Okay. Confirm on MetaMask. Okay. Okay, must still be pending or not confirmed or not showing up. Okay, so we have this tokenized HSI right here. Okay, so I wish it showed the so we need to pull the HSI ID. So maybe somewhere, let's see. HSI manager contract, maybe. No. Okay, so Nikki asked a good question. How/when would the hex and hedge be distributed? So the way that works is, I'll show you. So for your example, we win a 10-year HSI via Poly, waiting the full 555, or is there some sort of redemption at your 10? Yeah, so there's a value saved in the stake called latest stake end day. So after all the bidding is done and everything, the contract stores of all the HSIs that it wins, what is the latest day that one of those ends, and that is the redemption day. So if stakes end before then, this is what we did. We built this yesterday. It measures how many days till end. So latest stake end day minus the current day. And then if the stake ends more than 45 days, this number could change, but just with enough time left, then the contract starts hex stake start of IERC20 of the hex address. So just this, this this amount of hex is going to get staked until 2 days before days till end. So If a stake ends midway through and there's still time left on at least one of them, then the stake is going to it's going to just enter another stake just for the remainder of the time. So it's just not there, just sitting there liquid. So yeah, so it's all based on the longest, newest stake. That's like the end redemption day, and anything that ends in between then is just going to get restaked. Okay, let's see if we got this. He says, that's awesome. Thanks for the reply. You're a beast. Thank you so much. Okay, looks like we got it here. We got a token ID 7492. So let's see what we can do with this. So I think we need to pull up the Hedron contract. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so Hedron, I think we have it in here. Hedron address. Let's do Hedron contract at this address. Okay, so share list HSI ID. I think that's what this is. So let's check it out. 7492. Okay, that looks empty. That looks empty. Share list. Share list. What does share list take in? Okay, the stake. Oh, the stake ID. The stake ID. Okay. So rather than that, we just need to go to here, or right? Yeah. Let's go logs. Yep. Is this the trick? It's a transfer. And then this is the Let's transfer. Okay, here we go. Log next to. Okay, so this must be it. Let's do hexadecimal to decimal converter. This should be like a 6-digit number. Yep, that looks right. Share list. Boom. Okay, there we go. There's our stake. Okay, so that looks like it's working. Okay. So let's see before we test this. So process HSI. So this is from the HSI ID, HSI manager contract. Okay, let's pull up the HSI manager contract, which we know is right here. HSIM. Okay, copy that. Let's pull up HSI manager contract, which we're going to deploy here. Okay, before we run through this, we're going to just kind of manually check this stuff. Okay, address is HSI token from HSI index, which we saw 7492. Let's see if that pulls up. HSI lists. Address. Okay, no output. Okay, let's public view. Let's see what. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, this manager contract 7492. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So that works. Okay. So HSI address is the HSI manager, HSI token of that. Okay, that works. And then HSI ID is like the 4-digit number. HSI owner is owner of. See, this one should be our address. Yep. Require. Okay, so we need to require that, and then we also probably need to do something where like we add a Maybe it's when we run loan liquidate exit. Let's see what that's about. How can we get the contract? Because like when we bid, I guess we could make it so that it's. Okay. Because here's what we have to figure out. So we need to save this information about the stakes when we win one, but we also don't want to allow people to pollute the contract with extraneous HSIs, especially ones that are longer, because then because you see how it says like end day equals latest stake end day. We don't want this to be like always extended. Like if someone just sent an HSI into the contract and then ran this function, then they could just like always extend the redemption. So I think we do want to cut it off at some point. So maybe what that means is that like maybe we do something like last stake start day. Let's see what that, because we have this right here, last stake start day. Okay, I guess that's how we solved that. We solved that yesterday. So like new HSIs can't come in, and if anything was to come in after those and then someone just polluted the contract, then at most it's going to end 5,555 days from the present. So I guess that's okay. So that'll work. Nikki asks, when Poly's live, what would you like to see as its primary trading pair? Your thoughts on LP game theory on this one? Hedgeron seemed like that was choice, but maybe we want something that's both oversold and that we think will pump hard. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter to, like, the more I think about it, though, it doesn't necessarily matter what the pair is, because everything else just gets arbitraged out. Like if we have a pool that has a primary pair of hex, because there's also a big pool of hex and USDC, and because the apps like Uniswap and Matcha and CowSwap and everything, they do like optimized order routing, your order is effectively being filled in a USDC pool if you're selling, like, say, Maxi for USDC. So the liquidity bonding, it has an impact, but like just one going up in value doesn't necessarily mean the other one always will, because then it just gets like canceled out, like across it. Like if you have Maxi Hex USDC, if the hex price is going up a lot, measured in USDC, then and you also have like a Maxi USDC pool. If the direct Maxi to USDC is different than the Maxi to Hex than Hex to USDC ratios, then it just gets squeezed out. So I don't know. I think that the ideal liquidity pool is one that actually doesn't pump hard, because the liquidity providers lose money when one thing just pumps. So probably something that is going to be kind of tracking it. So maybe Maxi would be actually a great liquidity pair for this. Or maybe even something like a COSA, something that kind of ratchets up with the T-share rate. Or I mean, any of the perpetual pools. Honestly, I think Base would be the best pool. I think Base is the best like liquidity pair in all Hex. Wins and Maximus. I thought about it, but I don't know. It's just not that important. Like, how important could something be where you just get it for free forever? Unless it tapers off after some time. But then it's like, okay, now everyone has a token. Now what? But I did see that someone had posted a bot that lets you like effectively like write a smart contract that splits up wallets and stuff, which is kind of cool. Okay, HSI contract. Okay, we got that. Hex stake is the let's make this public. Okay, so here, let's just do it. You can always read it. So now we are going to deploy Maximus. I hope people know this is a test. I remember, do you guys remember? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people in Hex weren't really into some of the other DeFi stuff. Wi-Fi. Remember the guy that created Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi founder. What was his name? Andre. Andre is a prolific coder, and he is best known for creating Urine Finance and Keeper V1, as well as participation in other high-profile DeFi projects, including Hedgic, Pickle, Cover, Pickle Flop, Cover, Powerpool, Cream V2, Acropolis, SushiSwap, and others. Software architect with 20 years of development experience. After completing his 3-year computer science course in 5 months, he was asked to stand as a lecturer. He moved into telecoms, developing big data, high transactional infrastructure before delving into mobile security and cryptography. Last 5 years has been building bespoke fintech solutions, leveraging blockchain technology to provide cost-reducing financial products on unbanked sector in Africa. He's one of the most influential people in the DeFi space. Look at that. I test and prod. That's funny. But he had like he would build stuff, and he would just like build stuff on mainnet, and like he would be testing something, and so he would like deploy it, kind of how I'm doing here, and the people would just ape into it. Like literally something that was like clearly a test that like wasn't even done, but people would just ape into his coins because he was like working on stuff live. No, he wasn't working on stuff live, but he was deploying to live mainnet when he was testing stuff, like in that whole I test in prod. I actually really like that. I kind of do that too. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to run process HSI on this. So first we're going to run this, then we're going to transfer our HSI to the contract, and then we're going to run process HSI, and then we're going to check to see if these values update. So let's do that. Injected provider. That 555 from president could be solved if there's an operator function that could be called when all the bidding is done and hedging has been spent. This would set the value. When it was decided the bidding is done. Okay, I see what you mean. So we actually do resolve that by, let me show you here. This last stake start day, that is set to be the minting phase end day. So we presume that all of the target stakes are going to have started before the ICOSA system starts, like or before that first like wave of liquidations. And so so we know for a fact that the oldest possible or the longest or the latest possible end day is going to be minting phase end day plus 5555. And so that prevents anyone from being able to extend the whole system beyond 5,555 days. Okay, so it looks like we got our Poly Maximus right here. So let's copy that and let's send this NFT to it. Okay, right now we are pretending that we won a bid. And we're going to transfer to Poly Maximus starting with 4EE. 4EE. Let's transfer that thing. Can you not transfer the HSI for some period of time or something? He says hasn't been created yet. Oh, so the tokenization doesn't actually take place until tomorrow? Is that what you mean? Damn it. So we have to wait till tomorrow to test it? Oh, fuck. I wish I would have done this before 5. Damn it. So the hex hasn't been staked yet, but we have the tokenized HSI right here. So can't you transfer it? Let's see. We can look at the Hedron contract, and then we're going to look at HSI manager. And I think in here is where we have transfer. Yep. Let's read it. HSI transfer is what we're looking for. HSI transfer. Some require statement that says, okay, so sender must be the creator. Okay, that's me. Okay, that. Oh, okay. So Hedron's actually doing this one. So let's pull up Hedron contract. HSI list current. HSI list current. Okay, let's see HSI list. Do we have this one in our Hedron contract? HSI lists. Let's see. Address is going to be me. Then C0. 1 maybe. Execution averted. Oh, Hedron contract. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to redeploy Hedron contract, but we also need this here. Let's see, Hedron contract. HSI lists. HSI lists. We have that, but it is throwing this error. So it must be, let's see when it gets added to HSI lists. So there's stake lists. No. That's so weird. So let's see. Let's pull in. Maybe soon. What happens to the HSI stake if you cancel the staked hex? I don't know. That I do not know. Public HSI lists. I guess if we just pull up transfer HSI, so let's find this. So let's just do HSI transfer. Why isn't this letting me do this? Okay, so let's just go to the regular Hedron HSI transfer. Okay, looks like the same thing. Transfer ownership to temporary holding address. Cat's loan liquidate. Transfer to the liquidator. What about just sending it? I guess we can just pull up the... Okay, so let's do this. Ends up on RC721. Let's see if this works. And then we're going to say from ERC721. What? Okay. So we got that. So now we can do what we're trying to do here. So let's just pull up the ERC721. So save transfer from me to contract, so the Maximus contract. And the token ID is going to be 7492. Okay. Oh, maybe I need to approve it to that. What? Is it somehow? What the hell? Looks like none of this is working, huh? Okay, so literally nothing is working, huh? Okay, let's try the other thing. So, hmm. Okay, so maybe it's the hex stake instance manager that is the. So let's copy that and let's take this one here. Try again. Okay, all right. Now we go. Here we go. So we're gonna do safe transfer from token ID. Okay, so let's get, so from is gonna be my address. Please work. The to address is going to be the poly contract. And token ID is 7492. Transfer to non-ERC 720 receiver implementer. Okay, looks like I need to implement that. That's actually a really good thing to know. Which I think I saw IRC 720 receiver. Let's see how we see that used in the Hedron stuff. Wow, that's good to know. IERC20. So maybe we just need to do something like this. Is ERC20 reentrancy guard, IERC20 receiver. Okay. Okay, guys, we might have to make a separate contract for holding the NFT.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. So contract. HSI Vault is IERC 721 receiver. GI asks, some small stakes that probably will be eaten by gas fees in the future. Do not know gas fees are going to be higher for longer stakes. What is best to do with it right now? I mean, best thing to do is just wait. There's nothing you really can do right now. At some point, you may actually want to just early end stake it. So if in 7 years it looks like, that the fees are going to be really high, then you might want to end stake it some way through, but not right now. Wait till it's halfway done. Okay, all right. In that case, oh, maybe this isn't a problem at all. Okay, looks like we got it. Okay, now let's see. Owner of should be now the new one. Yep. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to run process HSI. Okay, so if we see latest stake, our last should be 0. Yep. And then hex stakes. Oh shit. Of the HSI address. Okay, so here, we just need to process this. Let's see if this works. Please work. Yeah, so Alex and I were talking about this the other day, that probably what's going to happen is a lot of the stakes that are really long and small are probably going to have to early end stake at some point. But make sure you know the early end stake rules and what you'd get out. Download Staker app, and then that'll tell you what your early end stake penalty would be. But just wait it out. There's really nothing you can do. So there's nothing you can proactively do. So definitely wait for the copy on Pulse Chain. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing you can do. Just hope that at the time that your stakes end, that the hex price is high, the ETH price is low, and the ETH gas fees are low. That's kind of all you can do. Okay. So 7492, we're going to process HSI for 7492. All right, it's promising. What we should see now is a hex stake in here, because right here, when we look at the address of the HSI, let's pull it up right here. So now if we do this, this will tell us if it worked. Hex stakes from that address, please don't be all zeros. Yes, there we go. Stake ID. Okay, why is stake ID 0? We didn't set it, huh? Yeah, we didn't. Let's see if we can get it. So from stake data fetch. Let's find stake data fetch. Okay, so we may have to start doing. Okay, let's see what stake data fetch returns. Oh. Side note, you have a Zen strategy? No. Probably, I mean, that's like the last thing I'm thinking about right now. Do you think there will be buyers for that? Like, would you buy it? Okay, so stake data fetch returns what? Okay, so let's do this. Let's do stake.stake ID equals stake data fetch stake ID. Well, it looks like it works, guys. Okay. So if we have let's go all the way down. So now last active should be something else. Yep. And then latest 6594. All right. Worked, guys. Okay. And we have this saved here. Okay. Let's see what happens when we try to end this. So the HSI address is this one. And we know the stake ID from above. So here, let's do this. HSI index. Index. So that's 7492. Okay, I guess. Let's see what. Okay. It's probably HSI index and HSI address. Yes, of course I'd buy some because it's fair launch. So what if there's another competitor that's also that same launch? Like, which would you choose? Please explain the difference between liquid hedron versus liquid poly in an ideal scenario bought in the bear and acceleration into bull. What's the difference? Well, so liquid poly is actually hex. It's the HSIs. So liquid hedron is just hedron. And so, yeah, poly is like maxi. Poly is going to be a lot like maxi. So that's the main difference. Okay, I think the problem here is that, so here. Oh, duh, that's wrong. Keep it like that for now. Well, let's fix it and then we'll hide this. Okay, so let's see if it's the stake end or if it's this thing. So let's remove this. Okay. So, and then, all right, let's just start completely over. Oh my, great answer. I get it. Which one? The poly? Poly versus hedron. Yeah, I mean, so if you think hedron's going to go up a lot versus hex, like so basically, you kind of have to compare the hedron performance over the whole what is likely to be a 15-year period versus maxi, or versus just hex times 5 to 6. So by the end of the well, and you have to factor in just like the price per hedron of T shares, which is unpredictable. So it's kind of a lot that goes into it. So it's actually a very hard comparison to even make, and it only becomes clear after the fact, like what the deal was. Because ideally, so if you mint poly, you hope that your poly is worth more than the hedron that you parted with. So if the executor is effective in bidding and gets relatively inexpensive T shares, then that helps that if the hex price versus hedron goes up a lot, then that helps your ROI. But if the hedron price far exceeds the hex price, then you would have been better off just holding the hedron. So it's actually a very tough decision. Okay, we get Poly Maximus. Let's go here. We're going to create a stake. We're going to do it for just 3 hex. We're going to do a encapsulated. This one we're going to do a 5,000 day stake. Hex. Whoa. Let's make sure that this actually does it. So save transfer. Where's the icosahn? Or no, it is a liquidation, so it's in the hedgeron contract. Yeah, 8B, or is it 3? One starts with 3. Transfer the HSI to liquidator. Okay. Okay, so HSIM. Probably only relevant for solo hex stickers. Well, it's mainly relevant for people that would be bidding on these HSI auctions by themselves. So if you plan on acquiring HSIs in the auction, you're better off in the pools. All right, guys. So I think we are going to call it a day here. Made some progress. Let's tweet about it. All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'll answer these questions. When Hedron reaches the ceiling with hex, it will follow hex like Master Doctrines do, right? It says Hedron ceiling to hex is 0.0007, I'm pretty sure. What would that mean for current price? What's the Hedron to hex price right now? So 1 hex is that much Hedron. Let's invert that. 1, 2, 3. Well, wouldn't that mean that if the ceiling price to hex is, I think that means we're already there, right? Or do you mean 3 zeros and a 7? I'm not sure. I mean, when it hits the ceiling, then that just means that people mint it at that high, right? Isn't that the whole premise? That's basically like the AMR bonus ceiling, where like they need it to. But I didn't know that was related to a price. I thought that was related to the amount loaned. And when I talked to Alex, he did mention something about a Hedron ceiling. But yeah, I mean, if it's a ceiling, what that means is that like there's nothing that locks it to it. I mean, like the price can hit that. But then what that means is that if it goes above that, then it's like a no-brainer for someone to mint and then sell, I think is what that means. So if that's the ceiling, then it can hit it and then maybe just like as new people sell, because like if it's hitting the ceiling, then price must be quite high. And anytime price goes up, then that attracts new sellers. Like each level it goes up, like it becomes someone's ROI threshold at which they want to sell. So if like it can't, like, I don't think it has something that can like lock it in, because like and you even see it with the ICOSA, like chart, invert the pair, and we switch the price in X. Yeah, like, so there's nothing that's keeping it at the ceiling except for new buyers. And like, so when you saw it like yoink down the other day, like there was nothing that like, other than just demand, that's like what keeps it at the ceiling. So what this means is that like, if it wasn't for this ceiling that exists, then the ICOSA price would probably be higher, measured in hex. And so that's kind of the difference there, is that like there's nothing that keeps it at the ceiling. There's forces that keep it from going above the ceiling, but what keeps it at the ceiling is just demand. And so if demand sustains at that ceiling, then it can just stick to it. But there's nothing in general that keeps something at a ceiling. Herxlo says, dang, you're great at what you do. You found your happy place working like this. Truly amazing. FYI, I'm writing background music for you and still writing more. It's the best thing I can do. Listen, yeah, man, send me that. So Poly will be one-time event for each side auctions. Yeah, it will be. At least this version. You're surely giving back to the Azure Hex and Maximus Tap community. Bravo, sending you good vibes for another awesome day tomorrow. Thank you, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Here's the thought for next project. How Icosa's staying pool. Only way to pursue with Hex will be used to create 5 HSIs. Yeah, so we've thought about this. This is actually the original next idea. This will probably be the or like at least for now. There's a lot more that we can be building, kind of more directly into team. So probably not going to do the Icosa staking pool. At least not yet. We have some other stuff that is in due order that we probably would have done before this had there not been this like big auction event coming up. Like this one's a little more time sensitive, so that's why we decided to do this. All right, you guys. Did you hear this? Richard talked about Maxi in this. All right, you guys. Have fun, everyone. Good night.